Some relaxation tips for me would be to really concentrate on the breathing, take a deep breath in, and then slowly breathe out. I know it's pretty standard, but it always does work. My daily ritual would consist of spending as much time as possible with my son and going with him to the park and walking the dog. And it's not necessarily the most relaxing time, but it's very fulfilling in so many different ways. My favorite or most efficient exercise would be Pilates, I think, because I'm not a big runner or cardio person, so I like doing Pilates because it's quite calm and focused on smaller muscles, and I think it's good for your posture and everything, and I like what it does for me. My wellness goal would be to just feel happy and content in my own skin, because it's not easy for a woman in everyday life to be happy with yourself on a daily basis, so I aspire to that. I think a great way to stabilize mental well-being on an everyday basis would be to exercise, get out, go for a walk, even if it's just for a little while. I think for me personally it always really helps me feel more centered and grounded. I think the keys to a balanced life for me are finding the work-life balance that works for you personally, and I think for everyone that's really different. And I think sometimes it means it's not the easiest option that you choose, but I think if it works for you, then you should just keep doing it. I don't meditate on a regular basis, although I do find it really helpful, and so I'm always thinking that I should get into it. And I actually saw this man on the train today who had a book called Meditation for Fidgety Skeptics, so I thought I'm going to order that online and try it out a bit more seriously. What did I do to stay positive? And I think it's important to see the positive in all the aspects of your life, even though it's really difficult. And if it's really impossible to see the positive side of things, I usually go to the park with one of my best friends, to the Heath, proper park, and we go for a big hour-long walk and just have a massive rant about every little tiny detail and get all out of my system. And then afterwards it feels so much better. We usually call it our therapy walks. And yeah, that does it for me. My family and friends support me the most by being really amazing and always being there for me and always being at the other end of the phone if I ever need them, and I feel very lucky and blessed. The greatest comfort in my life, when I feel like I need sort of a hug or something and I'm on my own, I usually put on some really nice soft cashmere, get under the sofa under my softest favorite blanket and feel all warm and snug and cocooned even in summer. It's a bit weird, but it makes me feel all happy. How do I define happiness? It's not an easy thing to define. I think it's just inner peace, maybe. No? Brings happiness. I don't know. It does for me usually. A point in my life where I've been the happiest, it's such a cliche all over again, would definitely be the birth of my son. It was the most amazing, happiest experience of my life. He's just turned 5, and for the last 5 years, every day, I felt so incredibly blessed to have such a wonderful little human in my life, and I'm very, very lucky.